No, it's the first one since November. Welcome.
Alright, welcome boys. Welcome back to the
milk.
episode number 10.
Welcome back, everyone.
We're rolling. We're live.
We are live.
What up?
Episode 69?
Episode 69 again.
It's like the third 69, dude.
Every episode is
What's
episode
happening?
69. We've established this. Come on.
Yeah, for the viewers that can't see this, because we don't have our camera set up yet.
Just yet.
It's working on it. But
What rhymes with nimble?
I have
Let's
the
just say
laptop
that.
now, just saying.
Yeah, the laptop priorities have changed. My MacBook Air won't cut it.
I've moved up in the ranks.
I do
You can
want.
move down if I'm doing the grunt work now.
I have a story that I would like to share. Maybe not right now, but sometime in the podcast today.
We are recording.
It is.
Page
We are recording, dude.
It is
Start off,
abso-
man. Start
It is
off.
absolutely disgusting.
Oh, fuck.
It is.
So it has something to do with work, is what you're saying.
No, it's got nothing to do with work. It is a shit story.
It's a poo story.
I got a shit story.
I have plenty of poo stories, actually.
I got a really... Shane, you look inspired. I got a pretty crazy shit story. So this happened earlier today. I woke up about 3 p.m. and I took a shower.
80 degrees outside.
And everything was going swimming. I was having a good day. Haven't smoked any weed yet, and I was chilling. Got out of the shower, dried off, went into my room, went to rip a fart. It was not a fart.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's a senior moment.
I was
Been there.
I was completely naked in my room, and I fucking shit in my room. Like, it was complete liquid shit. And it was running down my leg. And I literally, I sprinted to the bathroom as fast as I could. We got right back in the shower. I tried not to get any on the floor. It's literally just completely dripped down my leg. Nothing touched the floor. I ran to the shower, completely redid my shower.
Why was it liquid, though?
Dude, it was
Why
terrible.
was it just liquid?
I thought it was a fart, and it was not.
It was diarrhea.
Dude, it was terrible. It was still, like, chunky, though. Like, it was liquid, but it was chunky.
I gotta say,
Oh, man, it was a bad
feel
one.
That
free,
is a
Lucas.
senile
I've been going
moment.
through similar experiences without the explosion.
It was an actual explosion, bro. It came out of nowhere.
I've been doing the cautious farts that I realize are something else and dropping.
I haven't shit my pants in a while, so I'm kind
I mean, I
of.
was wearing pants, so I just shit my leg.
You just shit your leg.
I shit my leg.
It was dripping down your fucking
But
leg.
we can all admit we've been there before. We've been there before.
That was awesome.
You at home.
Good kickstart.
That's a good...
Way to start off episode 69. We needed something special. for
You need
this
something a
episode.
little appropriate.
Oh, man.
Well, at least you shit before you showered, because you showered before, but you can scratch that first one out.
Yeah, that
It's
first
a shit
shower became completely irrelevant.
Yeah, you avoided that
Instantly.
pretty quickly.
Oh, man. So, Shane, your eyes lit up when I mentioned shit stories.
No, that was,
We were thinking about Joey Diaz?
no, there's just, this, I work in a kitchen, so many of you frequent listeners who know, for all those of you just joining us today, I work in a kitchen, and there's this,
What kitchen you were in?
Brown Town.
Brown Town.
Really living up to his reputation.
There's
That's that sushi place, right?
There's this lady who walked in.
No, it's a pizza place.
Pizza sushi place?
Yeah,
Rest in peace, pizza.
But I was just, going through my normal day, clocking back the coffees. Probably had like maybe 6 or 7 cups to myself. It's around midday. This fine lady waiting outside. We have a shared change room here in my place of work. So this fine lady outside is waiting to use the bathroom, unbeknownst to me. So I'm just in there dropping the Cosbys off.
Yeah.
There's
This happened to everyone.
this is no holds barred.
This happened to me so many times, man.
And
This fucking sucks.
it just wasn't like too bad. Like I'm sure the smell might have not been too bad, but the rate at which it came out of me, it was like sputtering because of all the coffees. It was like, I'm getting out of here right now. I'm like, I'm sure you could hear the cheeks flapping through all the winds. And so not only was it like an aroma kind of thing, it was like
it was an auditory.
No, it was
auditory.
a death stare when I came out as well.
Oh,
it was just,
no.
It was just not good.
Oh, no.
And I couldn't do anything except for break eye contact and look down at my feet, ashamed.
Some of the girls like it if you're honest, though. I'd be coming out there like, hey, if you want to wait 5 minutes, I shat in there, and It's not looking good. And I hate how they took the Febreze out of there. Like,
Yeah.
I can't.
That's fucked
It's
up,
a
right?
bathroom. It's a bathroom.
Yeah,
It is. And we all
Shame.
share one bathroom.
And you know
right?
what?
I'm not.
The sense of
It's
smell
just an
is
unfortunate
the.
situation.
I heard recently that the sense of smell
Provokes most memories.
is no, but it's the
It
most.
does.
It's the most suppressed.
I remember
sense.
when I
in
did
somebody.
shit.
Somebody was saying it's our most suppressed sense, and that's where a lot of
Scent.
non-verbal communication takes place is through the ways that we try to suppress. So you may communicate much more than you think and get a lot more is possible with scent than you think.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
What are you on about here?
You're trying to say I should go up to her tomorrow, drop another one off when she's showing up? Remember me?
She can smell the scent. She's like, yeah, I do remember you.
So I assume everyone has like taken a shit and had a girl walk in right after at work.
Yeah.
But have any of you guys had a girl take a shit and then you walk in right
Yeah.
after?
Yes.
I have.
Yeah,
actually
I had
have.
like one of the smallest girls that we work with. She's like 5 feet tall, super tiny, and I walked and like she walked out. I said hi. I walked in. And I almost fucking died. I just started laughing. I thought it was hilarious. I was just in the bathroom, just like what
Chuckling
the
to yourself.
fuck? It's like
I don't know about you, but I can't poo after someone's pooed recently. 'Cause, like,
Really?
is that what
I
you
had
What's the thing?
I had the same situation,
What's
but
the thing then?
I had that situation when I walked in,
warm.
and then she had the situation when I walked out. So
Wait,
I
same-
was
same
credited
girl?
with 2 people. You know what I mean?
That's the
Is
thing.
this not false advertising?
What? The tripod? No, it probably comes out the back.
bro. It doesn't fucking.
Maybe there's something in here.
Sorry to break the flow.
Yeah, these are the legs.
Fluttering podcast today.
Sorry.
No, but when someone poos,
By the
like
way,
I find that so weird. Like when someone just dropped a deuce, like fresh, like at least 5 minutes before, and like you can feel the warmth of their cheek on the seat. I don't like that.
It comforts
it's
me.
comfort. Yeah, it's comforting.
I don't like that, dude. I feel like I'm sitting
Everybody
on.
No,
thinks-
I guess it's not the toilet
That's
seat
weird.
that I used to have here. The old people, like mushy ones.
Yeah, dude, that's
That-
the thing.
that's
That's why I
what
ruined
all
it.
the time.
I had this white neighbor, and their family was super white, but you know how white they are when they had like a carpet as the toilet seat, and like that. Ever since that happened, like it just totally ruined warm toilet seats for me. Like I can't feel like someone's not like sitting on me while I shit. That's just a me thing though. Oh, you found
No,
it?
I think that's everybody. I hear that all the time. I like it more when I don't have fucking. You know what? I am already okay with the fact that other people take dumps in that toilet when I walk in that door. So I mean, whether or not somebody was there recently
heard of-
doesn't seem to affect me.
I've heard
from
of-
a hygiene point of view.
I always just give it a nice wipe before I go in.
I've heard a very repeatable thing from the Mantis on our podcast, and it's
A little smirk.
it goes, it's a toilet. Would I expect it to not smell like shit?
Yeah. I don't remember that one, but it's true. I completely agree and support my former self.
Yeah. You know, mantises age and die very quickly. You probably lived several years over your lives over
Several,
your
yeah.
lifetime.
Yeah, we repeat ourselves quite a bit, but that's what you get.
Well, ours for like decades. You know what I mean? Like, smaller animals, like hours are really long for them, just because of the like how big they are. Like dragonflies only live like 36 hours or something like that. That's not an actual fact.
Most
but-
bugs don't live. but if
Jamie,
those
pull up
shrimps-
Dragonfly.
Hours only exist for humans.
Yeah, but no, I
Because
mean,
that thing's
if you
life
want to
doesn't
be
feel like it does
relative to it,
us.
like an hour in our time is relative to them a whole lifetime. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine if everything is human time? So like their life is literally just feels like one day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's pretty
Sucks
hard
for them.
It's kind of selfish for us to expect that they think in our time.
But dogs are the only kind of years that we account for as humans.
Yeah,
He's
true.
actually 45 though, so it's
Yeah,
alright. His bum leg makes
When
sense.
we're young enough, we use dog years. He's 14 dog years.
My dog's 3 years old in human years, but he's 5 months old in dog years. Wait, fuck. Wait, he's 5 months old in human years. He's 3 years in dog years. I don't know how the math works. 7 years, 7 times fraction because he's a 3 month. I don't know. Anyway, it's 5 months, so 3 years.
Divided
Let's
by the
just say
amount of
3 years.
For some reason, I know that shark years is that same equation, but with 17 instead of 7.
Oh, really?
I have no idea how I know that.
Shark Week, man.
For shark, yeah, I
What's
think
the-
I think it definitely was.
So their
Shark Week.
average expectancy is like 4 years, 5 years.
Something like that, yeah.
So they live like, that's pretty bad. Like turtles live really long. Turtles will outlive you.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Turtles are fucking. You know that one turtle from Finding Nemo?
It fucking buries you.
Yeah. God damn it.
Honestly, I think a lot of animals probably outlive us. We just don't know. We
Turtles
don't
have
like
rough
to
lives,
say
man.
it.
A lot of a lot of
They really
ocean
do.
animals outlive us, for sure.
How long does a blue whale live? Because apparently its heart beats every 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah, they live like
Hey, sure
Really?
that's not a fucking rock?
That's its fucking heart, and it weighs 450 pounds.
Yeah, I think like over 100 years is their expectancy for sure.
Really?
Something like that.
Hopefully, because it's still way less heartbeats than us.
We have like how many in a
Their
day?
heartbeats.
We have a lot in a day. It's like almost 10,000.
Millions.
Not millions a day. Is it millions a day?
Billions?
Billions.
Ah.
Literally
It's
billions.
not billions.
literally billions.
Oh, Shane, I had a question. I was taking a shower recently.
Just like
5
2 seconds
minutes
ago.
ago?
Yes, that one. And I was thinking about your story, and I don't think I made my point clear enough. So you told a story. I mean, for the audience, you can go ahead and just summarize it again.
Your dream story?
Yes.
So it literally was your shower that you just had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that one.
I was having a dream, and I can't remember what kind of stuff I was happening in my dream. But all I tried to hold on to this fact and tell my roommate this thing because it was an interesting thing. So I come out of the dream and I tell my roommate this thing, and then as I'm telling it to him, I wake up from that reality. And like I'm like, holy shit, like that was a dream too. Go to tell my roommate the thing that happened in the first dream that I was telling him, couldn't remember it at all. I could only hold on to the fact that I could tell him something about how I was trying to tell him something in my dream. That was it.
And then you woke up for Root.
No, I already said
you already
that. I was
said
just
that. Okay,
explaining.
Okay, so what I was thinking about in the shower, which is what I was trying to say earlier, is okay. So what if the moment where you remembered, so you woke up from your dream in your dream,
Yeah.
right? And you're still dreaming. What if the moment where you realized that you were still in a dream? In that dream is the same moment as it was in the first dream. So the moment where you realized that you were still dreaming is the moment where you remembered your first dream. Right? I don't think you're paying attention to me.
I am. I'm not grasping it here.
Okay,
like
so
it's the exact
what if the moment that you remembered your first dream and realized you were still in the dream is the same realization you made in the first dream? That you were still dreaming.
Oh my gosh.
And remembered it.
Yeah.
And when you remembered what you'd forgotten that you were dreaming in the second dream,
That's when I woke up.
that's when you woke up, but it's the same realization as it was in the first dream, which is you're saying you
So it's a
forgot
loop.
something. It's a loop about forgetting and remembering. So the link
That
between
would
the
be pretty
second
funny.
dream and the first dream is where you understood that you remembered something. It was the same thing as forgetting it.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
That'd be pretty crazy.
You need to draw like a map
No,
here.
because
And
the
it
first
went
time
deeper.
I feel like that could be true. If only I could remember what I was telling my roommate in the original dream that I had.
And
Because
do you see what I'm saying?
if I
It's
could
a
remember
chain.
what no, but that could
I'm
be
describing it as
but
a chain, and there's
you know how
two
you can't
links to a chain
you can remember
before
your
you forget.
dreams. I was dreaming about some other shit, guarantee it.
Yo, we were.
Okay, but
I can't-
listen
I
to this.
can't-
Listen to this. If you have a cycle and it's like one dream and another dream, and in each dream you either forget or remember, you can only remember 2 sequences of reality
Yeah.
before you forget again.
It's pretty interesting.
So you, in our reality, is remembering, but it keeps going forever.
I mean,
Forgetting as well. Or I don't know.
It's pretty interesting. I just freaking I don't know. That's like a crazy theory, bro. That'd be like living out so many
No,
like
it doesn't go forever. What I'm saying is that
No,
You're
I'm not
going
saying
forever.
like my life is long. I'm saying you'd be living out so many versions of like that one dream. Cause you know you dream and like a bunch of shit happens and you're like, oh, I can only remember like these fucking picture frame moments that happened. So fucking.
That's why dream recall is so important.
Then if only those 2 things that I remember, I don't know. I feel like I would have realized it was a loop or some shit.
Next time that
because
happens,
the
though.
loop includes forgetting and includes remembering, but the point where you remember is also the point where you forget the last one.
This is some fourth dimension shit.
Yo, we talked about this like 2 podcasts ago. I'm gonna
Forgot it.
And I'm gonna say exactly what I
Somebody
said.
had an Inception dream.
And I'm gonna say exactly what I said last time. This is just the plot of Inception.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said last time, too.
Dude, I mean, fucking, I haven't seen Inception, so I don't know what you're talking about.
It's damn.
Maybe your dream was about Inception. The first one was about Inception. Think about how many layers that would be, because you're waking up talking about your dream to Andrew, then you actually wake up in the real world. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that was your dream.
It's like something happened in my dream. That's what Mantis is saying, and then it's just like
that was
looping.
your dream. Yeah.
And then when I go to tell him something that I remembered in my dream,
but if you're positive,
and then I'm like, oh, I'm telling him something because I like this is what I want to do. When I wake up, and then I continue.
But if you're positive, your first dream actually had content in it.
I'm so positive.
Then there's a highly likely chance.
Yeah, you're telling it right now.
Because,
what I'm saying.
dude, you know what's really weird? His brain knew that he had a dream prior to having that dream, the first one or the second one, where he's talking to Andrew. So his brain knew that he was dreaming about a dream, and it consciously forgot it on purpose, though.
That's what I'm saying. Is that the content is understanding the link between remembering and forgetting, and so the content, there's one part that's forgotten because he understands what it is to forget and remember, and that is the content itself.
That is interesting.
That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe that's what your dream was about.
And then the reason you're remembering this is because you told Andrew in the real world. If you didn't tell Andrew, you probably would have forgotten that whole thing.
Then I would have forgotten already.
Yeah.
I would have been like,
that's why it's so
I was
important.
dreaming about Bumblebee or some shit.
Always write that shit down, dude. I'm gonna start making a dream journal, like Shark Girl.
I used to have a dream journal. I would
want
write down
one.
like stories. I would just write down like key
what
things
happened,
that happened.
bullet points.
Yeah, man.
I did that. It's actually
I feel
important.
like it's some like really crazy shit that you could easily read way too much into, but it's fucking trippy. I really wish that you could hook up like some shit to your brain where you like record your dreams as they happen and then play them back later and watch them in complete clarity and fucking like HD. That would be insane. Cause I swear to God, fucking like some shit happens in people's dreams that is just like fucking actually some fifth dimension shit. That
I think that would ruin
about.
dreams if you
could play it back and watch it.
It would ruin movies too.
That's like Osmosis Jones. That's what I always thought. You know when in Osmosis Jones when he goes to the movie theater and the movie theater is just a replay of all his dreams he's had. That's what I want. Like,
yeah,
dude,
that's what I'm saying, dude. If you could have that, if that would be
like a theater mode
invented soon, that would be sick. Anyone out there who's listening, hurry it up.
Dream. I don't know, dude. All living organisms have dreams. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's DMT.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think everything is DMT
dimethyltryptamine.
though.
It is. That's the
DMT,
drug.
Is there DMT in mantises?
Jamie, pull up DMT.
Pull up DMT. Dimethyltryptamine
Now
is
we're
the thing that makes you
demonetized.
dream.
Joe Rogan's gonna come after us.
You know, a buddy of mine
Can't
actually
be talking about DMT like this, guys.
But dogs dream. You know, like, have you ever seen a dog dream and they're like running into walls and shit?
Yeah,
I've seen
that's
that.
Yeah,
crazy
like,
shit.
dude, like I think all living organisms. Are you gonna pull it up? Pull it up. Jamie, pull it up.
DMT.
Jamie, pull up DMT.
Looks kind of like cocaine.
Is intense, naturally occurring psychedelic that's found ingenuously in the human body. It's not popular LSD, so it's growing over time. But it's found in the body, and I'm pretty sure it's what makes us dream.
Search up if there's DMT in mantises. That's what I want to know. No, yeah. There's this whole thing where it's like
DMT
apparently your
from
brain
frogs.
just gets flushed with DMT right as you're about to die. So that a lot of people when they're like, "Oh, I've had a near-death experience," and they trip balls, it's like they're just tripping balls on DMT. And they don't die, so that's like you only get that once because you die afterwards. Yeah. But like that person got it twice, so.
Well, like the near-death experience thing. I think.
Well, I don't know if that was.
I
like
think
DMT. Now I feel like that was just like
it
some
might be
weird
though.
Fucking.
Because they
OD on anesthetic shit, you know.
Actually, that's interesting because I think your brain releases something when you're about to die. That you know the.
No, it's
the,
DMT, bro.
That's what you're thinking too, right? I think there is a chemical that's released in your brain because you know how people say, oh, like there's so many, and it's kind of like that uncanny valley feeling you get when people die and they talk about how they've seen heaven before, and it's like, dude, that's no coincidence. Like, it isn't a first person said that and then the other guy's like, oh, I almost died. I think I saw heaven too. They always describe it the same. It's like, it's like, oh, I saw bright lights, right? It's like that they're seeing something is a chemical that's released in our brain. and it's like it's a survival instinct, I think, just to see your family members one last time before you die.
Well, have you taken DMT?
No, I really want to though.
I have not taken DMT either.
I feel like we should all do DMT on a podcast one time. Just
Holy fuck!
4-hour long.
Jesus Christ!
Each of us do it, and then
Dude, that would be absolutely fucking manged. Oh my god. Dude.
Remember the whole Shaner episode, or sorry, Phil episode where he does different drugs.
That would be cool.
So I brought some shrooms.
Brought some DMT.
So I brought some DMT here.
Jamie.
About the DMT.
Dude, that would be. I don't know. I'm not down to do DMT, but I mean, there's a bunch of drugs.
Our good friend has done it twice.
Our good friend,
Our mutual friend.
BB.
What?
Casually name drop.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't.
Maybe.
He has.
That'd be interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
You can.
He doesn't take me as a guy to do DMT.
Yeah. I did the same. I thought so too.
You can.
That's like the only psychedelic he's done now. Really?
He seems unchanged from when I knew him.
Yeah.
Earlier.
He doesn't seem like.
Sure shit didn't do it when he was in high
There's
school.
like two. There's like two ways to fucking do it. You like take a bunch and you fucking break through and you like go through this tunnel that everyone goes through and you see what's at the other side, or you don't and you're just like tripping out through this tunnel.
If you don't
don't
go through the spiritual breakthrough, it's really hard because it is literally ego death because you're letting go of yourself, and as soon as you let go, like. It's like the hardest thing apparently. It's like literally mind over matter. You know, we were talking about mind over matter last time, but it's literally just you're breaking through and you feel your body's being like taken to another dimension. And if you don't, then you don't.
Yeah.
But if you do, then it's like a whole other trip. Apparently, supposedly, this all sounds like science fiction to me. But there's only one way to find out.
One of my other buddies who's done it, he said it was like
Similar, right?
Yeah.
What is it like? You have to smoke it through steel wool.
Like you make.
You make like a. Have you watched that guy Psych Substance?
You can hit it through a bong. Hitting it through steel would be fucked, but
no, that's what you're supposed to do. Apparently,
the Psych Substance guy.
He's like, yeah, man. You get like
a
a glass bottle and you cut the half of the glass bottle and you put steel wool in it.
Dude,
you smoke it through the steel wool.
Fucking hit it through a pipe though too.
Can you? I don't know.
Same shit.
Just
It's
smoke
just
it through a
it's
bong.
the same thing that he did. He just put a bunch of steel wool in the middle, like in between.
Oh,
it's just a pipe.
I thought because you have to vaporize it.
I know. You can just burn it.
Oh.
I mean, like, it's probably easier to break through if you vaporize it. I'm not the DMT expert. This
this
guy vaporizing
Psych
DMT and sucking it through steel wool is, but you know.
I'm gonna have to ask him about that experience.
Because that would be, I don't know. It's essentially just a glorified pipe, right?
In other news, you bought a gimbal. How's that going?
It's really hard to read and like listen to you guys at the same time.
Like a camera stabilizer.
I'm like we're like fucking 10, 15 minutes in. I'm like 3 pages. There's a lot.
Give the audience turn on the camera for
a lot of pages. I can't, bro.
Give them.
I can't because you gotta some weird shot.
Turn it on. I want to see what it does.
I don't know how, bro.
You had it
turn
going
it on,
for a
but
bit.
then you
It was vibrating.
No, you have to hold it like this while you turn it on, I think, and then it like
Is it not
auto
this?
stabilizes itself to center, and then you fuck with it. But I don't really know.
Wait,
I'm just making that shit up.
Do this thing. Is this not it?
No. See, I'm reading all these like
can you
button
zoom-
shortcuts
can you
here, but it's
zoom?
taking me a goddamn while.
Can it zoom?
Oh my phone
Probably.
does the zoom. No, I have to connect it to this app first, and then I can. But like right now, I don't have the app downloaded.
Oh, thank God.
But I can zoom.
Sorry, not
The camera's always behind you.
I can
That
zoom
was
Thanks,
in
it.
manually.
Manually.
Thanks, man.
Jesus Christ.
Well, something crazy happened to me this week.
What?
Last week, rather. So my hand swole up to a ridiculous degree.
Wasn't that happening to you?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Like 2 weeks ago. Like you had that little thing on your hand. That's what
Yeah, it
stemmed
was
from?
happening 2 weeks ago. It was really happening a week ago.
Alright, for the viewers who don't know, Mantis has a ridiculous wart in the middle of his spec.
Yeah, you were showing me at the bar. You were showing me the fucking band-aid. You got a fucking band-aid thing going.
Yeah, but it wasn't a wart.
Got fucking gimbal spec, boys.
Gimbal. That's spec.
Nice.
Portion that out.
Ray will
10
be-
times.
Ray will be proud.
But it wasn't a wart. So all the doctors and medical
Nurses.
fields we have diagnosed this thing as a wart. And I eventually got to a point about a week ago, or a week and a half ago, where I put on wart band-aids and I was kind of like, holy shit, my head is swelling up. Wasn't feeling too good. And I came home one night, and the wart bandit that I'd been wearing for about 24 hours was reeking. And I wanted to keep it on, but this thing was reeking. And when I took it off, all I saw was rotten skin.
That's
Oh.
The center of my hand
let's see
was
right now.
rotten skin. Hold on.
Let's see.
I want to see it.
He's building.
He's building it up. He's building it
You
up.
gotta get the suspense going.
Hold on a minute.
Being told that it's a wart and that like there's nothing to do and that I got a dermatologist appointment with a specialist in January and that I froze it so many times. They put liquid nitrogen many times. And then it was so open, it kept opening up and being so open that it was like just walking around with an open wound, that they told me to let it heal over. I let it heal over, but this thing, with all the skin rotting, grabbed a pair of toenail clippers. I went to my sink. I spent about 2 hours in my bathroom.
Self-surgery. That's illegal.
And I did
That's illegal.
Self-surgery.
You're not allowed to do that. That's illegal.
I did self-surgery.
Do you do any like?
I didn't know I was doing self-surgery, but I was clearing away. They told me to wash the skin. I was clipping away. Eventually, I realized that I was facing a decision. And then, I kept clipping. And then, I found it.
You
And
found.
I got it out of me.
You
A
did.
splinter or something?
It was a fat cyst.
You
Oh.
dug. You
And
dug it
I
out.
literally got it out. And I
Oh.
pulled it out of my hand with a pair of long tongs.
Oh. Never
What?
using those long tongs.
What?
Ever. I'm never ever. Those
What?
need to get bleached.
It was like
Matt.
that fucking big.
Did you take a picture?
Oh, I fucking did.
Did you keep the cyst?
Yeah, I want to see this.
Keep it in like
Oh,
a
I-
fucking jar.
I poked it and then I threw it in the fucking toilet.
That's
How much did that hurt?
A lot.
Yeah.
When you get through like washing the rotting skin off and you're clipping and then it starts to fucking hurt a lot,
Yeah.
you have to make a decision. Holy, I would not have made that decision.
Dude, when your hand looks like that.
Oh shit.
When your hand looks like that,
Oh,
you gotta clip away
my
until you find it.
Dude, that's fucking gross, man.
Dude, the
And
progress.
then it looks like that coming out.
Oh.
Keep going.
Oh.
Fucking nasty, dude.
Holy.
And then it looks like that really coming out.
Oh,
Nice,
shit!
nice,
It's a
dude.
bubble.
Dude, it didn't start bleeding until really late. That was deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I really thought.
Is there
this
more?
Was the dude?
Dude, I would never be able to do that to myself. Did
Sorry,
you try to
Phil.
fucking
That,
burn
dude,
that
that's
off?
some man. That's
That's hard.
crazy.
Dude,
shit.
I would have got drunk before that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's your beer.
fucked. Yeah.
Pop a-
Pop assist.
Oh man.
Was your sink all fucking bloodied up after? It's like a fucking crime scene.
fucking shit, dude.
Jamie, pull up the slideshow so the viewer gets a idea of what
Here
we're
you go,
kind of
boys.
freaking out about.
There it is.
You filmed it. You filmed it.
Fucking archived.
Fucking archived, bro. Disgusting.
That's actually kind of satisfying. though.
going. Oh, I get it
Oh,
out.
now it's bleeding a bunch. Nice, bro.
You pulled it out with the long tongues.
It's like the manliest thing I've ever seen.
Now you're just squeezing it.
Oh! There it is.
Look at the shadow. It has its own shadow, dude.
Holy.
Nicely done, bro. That's how you fucking do it, man.
Mantis,
The doctors
you
aren't
are
doing
a
it. You
man.
gotta do it, man.
I fucking had to. Look at the hole in my hand after. Man.
Oh.
I was staring deep into this hole. It was like I put a Q-tip in it,
Yeah.
and it just stood there.
Nice,
Let's see.
dude.
Can I see it now?
Now.
Let's see like the.
Let's see.
Now this wound is still
What?
like, got a.
It looks
You
so
should
much
still,
better.
You should still get it frozen though.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get it frozen. I'm trying to.
Well, you got all that. You got all that shit out, right?
Oh, because they said you
Yeah,
needed
I went to the
surgery.
hospital after the next day, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, since you assumed the role of surgeon," and upping his nose at me and telling me he's not a hand surgeon, so I fucking have to go see like a clinic and figure more shit out to see if like.
Did you show them
another
the video?
cyst will form.
Show
Oh
me the
yeah,
video.
nobody believed me, and I had to pull up the fucking pictures for people. Because
No, they didn't believe you?
don't know shit. They don't give a shit about shit.
Dude, it would be so funny if you were just like,
It pissed me off so much, man.
they're like doubting you, and you're just like, no, I did it, and you didn't show them the video, and then they were just like, oh yeah, man, that guy probably went to like some other surgeon.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, no, nobody wanted to believe me. Not a single receptionist. I thought it was a wart. I treated it like a wart for a year, but a year ago when I felt it, I said to my family doctor, there's a cyst in my hand.
That is what you
in modern
said
medicine
to me as
told
well.
me
You
it
said
wasn't
it felt
a
like a
fucking
cyst.
So the cyst just basically skinned over and skinned over and skinned over till it was just skin.
Yeah, what
right?
it does is it like rubs against your skin because it's up, like joint fluid comes out and forms a cyst.
Yeah.
And I think I know when I ruptured the joint is probably when I slapped my hand through a pizza oven cement block. That's probably what hurt this fucking joint. You know. At the
Oh,
center
dude,
of
that's
my hand.
fucked. Looking into your fucking skin is like the scariest shit for me. Like that gives me like the heebie-jeebies. Like I was.
Dude, it's
this is
really
nothing to
not
compare.
fun to be
This is
inside
nothing
your
compared to
body.
you. But I keep getting splinters from work from the sushi rolls, and like they're like pretty thick pieces. But that's not like that ain't got shit. Like I was like pulling that out with nail clippers too, and I felt like a bitch. I was like, okay, that like I was like, this is gross. But like, dude, that it's like where you can stick a Q-tip in there.
When I got to the point where it was like coming out, the thing itself, I thought it was like alive. Like I felt like it was always trying to get away,
Mhm.
and it really, I was convinced I had an alien baby. Like, it was like
It
an
looks like
alien.
it looks
I thought
like an
I was
alien
giving
baby.
birth to an alien baby because it looked like the top of a head, and I thought legs were busting out and shit. It was disgusting.
Dude, it's so I fucked it up,
That's
but
lit.
it's so smooth, man.
Is it? Oh, that's sick.
I'm bringing it down.
Dude, you can make your own movies now.
Dude,
Wow.
this
What
is
kind of
hard.
movies?
I was told that people also like realtor agencies buy this to like show off homes because they can just like walk through with it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, but that's
There's a guy who does that. He goes like downtown Hastings and he has one and he just walks around.
I can't turn it around. Look at how smooth it is, and I was like moving it, like it's fucking smooth as shit. Super premium.
Wow.
That's actually sick.
Hell yeah.
How much was
You
it?
can map all these buns, dude. It was like fucking $20 off because of the Cyber Monday sale, so I got it for $100.
Dude, there you go. Fuck yeah.
Easy peasy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Dude, speaking of which, I have one on my back that I haven't touched. Same thing.
Try not to.
Yeah, I haven't even got it looked at, so like I don't even know if it's like a.
I don't think it would cause a
thing.
problem. This only became a problem because my hand started swelling up because my immune
Ripped
system
the
was...
cyst out of his hand with a pair of long
That's what I think. It's on my back. Like you can feel it. It feels like a little tumor.
Didn't need to use the
It's just-
long tongs.
It's
but
probably
yeah.
not a
you
tumor,
know.
it's probably just a benign
Like a
ganglion cyst.
like or have you seen like Dr. Pimple Popper on YouTube? That's what I think it is. Like it's just a pimple
Ew.
that never got popped and it just skin got layered. So I might have to get it removed. But I haven't touched it since.
Yeah.
It's been there for a while, just
That,
chilling on my
if
back.
it's like on your back like that, that's probably even like not even surgery. It's probably just like a dermatologist.
You just cut it out. Yeah.
Not even cut it out, just treat it with like whatever.
Nitrogen, liquid nitrogen.
They probably have better techniques than that.
I don't know. It's like you can feel it. It's pretty like circular. I don't know. But damn, that was fucking intense.
gross.
That was
Yeah,
intense.
that was very surreal. We all feel a little scarred actually. Like,
Yeah.
like I might need to take 5. No, that was.
When you
that
were
was
explaining it to
really-
me at the bar, you were just like pulling back the bandit. I saw. I was like, oh, that looks fucked even then. But now, like watching that video, that's fucked.
Yeah, no,
It
I'm
was bad.
super glad you documented the whole thing. Like that is awesome.
I love that video. He
That
just
is
like kind of
awesome.
smiles.
You really have to upload that to your camera or to your computer because like if your phone breaks, you're gonna lose that. You can't lose
You
that.
get demonetized.
You
for that,
can't
man.
lose that. No, don't. We'd probably we poach all of Dr. Pimple Popper's
Yeah,
subscribers.
Dr. Pimple claims the video.
Right.
This is mine.
Eliminating from my body made me think like it was like really gross and it felt really good to get rid of it, but like makes you think about like bloodletting. Like what is it about like eliminating some kind of thing from your system?
Bodily functions.
Well,
That's satisfying or that's gross.
Well, you're getting rid of something that shouldn't be there in the first place.
But
right?
isn't bloodletting like
Bloodletting? What do you mean?
Yeah, what is
when
that?
they let blood out of your body for like no reason and it heals you?
Oh,
It's
yeah, I
like
wouldn't know
a-
about that.
It's like a technique used by Aboriginal people. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, it's
I
like
don't know which one.
Maybe
it's
it's
like
like
if you have,
you have
like,
bad blood.
If your
Oh.
blood gets infected, then yeah, that's actually
No, it's
Oh,
also-
and then they
it's
run
like
it. It's like a blood transfusion thing where they run the blood out and then they circulate it into like a.
no. They just literally just bleed you out and then let your
And let your heart just do the
let
rest.
your, let
yeah,
your
really,
cells
the,
regrow.
the,
Just
the
let your
thing
blood
Mantis is
cells-
talking about there with the natives and the
regenerate.
bloodletting, I didn't understand what he was talking about this, but it's like to release bad spirits, they would like essentially cut themselves, and just the blood would be the bad spirits inside of them being released, you know, so they weren't being held inside of them.
Maybe
That's my
what emos
understanding.
are doing.
Emos?
But they
Yeah,
just
so-
understand it differently.
Emos are natives, confirmed.
No, but maybe they're practicing the same thing to the same effect. Because I don't understand why you want to cut yourself. Besides attention.
This is true.
It's mental illness here. Yeah, there's a lot that people don't understand about mental illness, I feel like. Like, I don't get the cutting things personally either, but I feel like that's just a product of what someone's going through. And they maybe it feels good to... It's like bulimic people, you know? It's like they throw up their bodily fluids because it makes them feel better. Maybe cutting makes them feel better. Because they're taking all their inner hatred, literally taking it out on themselves, you know?
Yeah.
But once again, I've never cut. I know people who have cut in like middle school, but like I feel like that's kind of like a trend, you know what I mean? Like I knew like at least six girls who cut themselves in middle school, all in the same
Maybe
place.
one of them was.
One of them might have been actually real mental illness, but like the other one is just like kind of like a trend thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like
It's cool
It's like
to
call
be
for
like,
attention.
I'm the most complicated person here.
yeah.
There was so many people at fucking best.
Is
at my
it?
high school
I'm
that
going
fucking
through some shit. In middle
Yeah.
school,
cut themselves.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I had more
Not
people in
Linkin
middle school
Park.
doing it. Like high school, not so much, but a lot of people in middle school like, yeah, man, like, fuck, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Oh, word. I just fucking... I haven't even got the app, but, like, I just hit some shit that made me get out of the app.
Nice camera stabilization going on for the microphone.
Yes, yes. Well, dude, there's like, you're like... I was, like, looking at it, it's, like, Inception mode. Fuck, it's not working. I locked it. I don't know how to unlock it. This is fucked. I feel like such a... What? It's like you do the Inception noise. Oh, that's actually good for frisbee golf shots though.
Yeah.
Where it comes up.
Holy shit.
You gotta zoom too to follow it.
I don't think I'm gonna.
You gotta
Dude,
zoom
if
to follow
I
it.
zoom
You
and I
gotta zoom.
miss,
If the camera's good
Don't
quality,
I'm just
miss.
looking at sky.
Don't miss.
Yeah, but if you see
Some high expectations.
you gotta
Zoom in on the
bit.
disc
I
as
just
it's
say
flying.
zoom in so much that you're right on the disc. Zoom in a bit so you can follow it if it is in the sky.
You know what you need to get next? You need to get a drone.
I have a drone.
You have a fucking drone?
Yeah, I bought a
Yeah.
drone before I bought a camera.
What?
Drones are so annoying.
Drones are sick.
But for frisbee golf, that would be like the perfect fucking
yeah,
shot.
but
You know what I mean?
it's like you can only do it for like 20 minutes.
and then it gets kind of redundant.
No,
They use it for
the
frisbee
battery
golf.
dies.
Oh,
so,
okay.
like,
You have to buy like lots of extra batteries.
Oh, really?
You have to buy like 4 sets to get like an hour's worth of footage because they're like.
So they
20
just
minutes.
drain the battery.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Unless you buy a GoPro, but like I have the standard camera because it's like 1080p, but it's fucking because GoPros are so light, the cameras are so heavy.
Oh,
So
yeah,
It's
yeah.
harder for the drone to fly unless you get the Mavic. I didn't buy the fucking Mavic. Shit. Should have bought the fucking Mavic. The Mavic is fucking sick.
So, are we not potheads today, or are we a little baked?
A little sober.
A little bit.
I've been getting baked by myself recently. Like I don't really smoke that often, but I don't know. These finals have got me kind of fucked up. So I've been smoking. I told these guys, but I've been playing games that I haven't played for a while, and I've just been exploring the map. Like not doing any side quests, not doing any main missions, but I've just been like doing little detail. Like I watched a video that really inspired me. The guy was sober. He didn't recommend getting high, but he was like, so I was playing Red Dead Redemption, and I realized that there's a whole section of the map that literally has like no side quests, no anything, and it's like the desert section from the first game. And he's like, this one map, the developers put in so much time and effort, but there's nothing in there. It's like a barren wasteland. But that was the whole point because it's a desert, right? And then he was talking about like these Modern Warfare maps where it's like the coolest things in those maps are the Easter eggs that happen in the outskirts of the map, where you can walk up to like a building and there's like teddy bears in the building, like as an Easter egg, right? And then I was like, oh, that's actually kind of sick. So I started playing like old games and getting really baked and just been going into these different locations in video games just by myself and just like exploring what the developers left there as Easter eggs. Mm-hmm. Like it's some crazy amount of detail that no one ever sees, but they add them into the game anyways.
I know all about it in Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah. You just go in
I was
solo.
looking for passageways, but so you have to run the course on verses and just go backwards. and like along every wall and looking into the distance. You notice a lot of cool shit that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've done that with a lot of games.
No, dude, I highly recommend it. Like this also inspired me because one of the courses I'm taking is like game design, and our prof is like really heavy into Easter eggs and like really meta games. Like, have you heard of the Stanley's Parable?
Oh my god, that game's garbage.
You don't like that game?
I think I've heard of it.
That game is sick, man.
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's.
There's
good.
no
I don't know,
point to
I
it.
thought it was such a waste of money though when I got it.
But you just torrent it.
Because
You're all about torrenting shit.
I'm gonna be honest.
it's a waste of my time, which is money. Fuck.
I took an anthropology class about video games, and the prof made us play video games. It was cool. Made us design one even, and let me tell you,
It's like life is
that
like-
prof's choice of video games, they were creative. But fuck, do I don't want to play a video game where my baby cries during the night?
But
I have to wake up and
that's
go
the-
see the reality.
That's
of
the
being
thing,
a
man.
parent.
It's like,
Fuck
dude,
that.
it's like-
I'm not here for not fun. I'm
it's
not,
it's
I'm
a
here
it's
for
a
fun.
form of art that then at that point, because some games are just for entertainment, pure entertainment, right? Like COD,
Yeah.
like Battlefield, like any games for entertainment. But like when it comes to games for art, like, dude, there's some games where it's exactly that. You're fucking like baby simulator and shit. Like, but like the developers put so much time and effort, not even for like monetary purposes. They put so much time and effort to even make the game, and it's like, it's crazy because the community takes from that and they make their own like little meta thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like little backstory. There's a game called like the War in Iraq or something, and the U.S. military, really dumb of them. They like had the online leaderboard. It was just like a multiplayer shooter in Iraq. And they took the best people, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to join the military? Like, do you want to like?" It was like a recruiting thing, right?
Well, of course they do that all the time.
Yeah, but like
They designed the game to create a basis.
they test your morals and shit. Like they.
Well, they also indoctrinate you into their ideology.
That's what I was saying. So that's why I was getting to the next part. Like with the community, there's this one guy who had a report of every person who died in Iraq, and then they made an account. They named the guy Death in Iraq, and then basically he would join games and he would just go AFK and type in every person. His goal was to type in every person who died in Iraq, every U.S. citizen, as like kind of like a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, he just did it like he streamed it. He didn't really get like much from it, but he would just be like, "Oh, Private John Miller died in whatever, like RPG or whatever."
Yeah, because it's not fucking included in the game.
Yeah, like, but that's the
game
thing.
is
It
about
was a commentary.
Success and conquest.
It was about a commentary. It's like a commentary on like just the the spoils of war.
Exactly.
But it was kind of cool to see like this one guy just do that into a game. Like games that's like the craziest
exactly. And
form
why can't
of
you
art.
like, friendly fire your fucking
you
a
can't.
child when you
can't-
kill in those games? They don't include.
Well,
them
in the new Modern Warfare, they kind of do it, but they kind of dumb it down. Like there's one mission where you kill civilians, and it's like it's pretty realistic. You're like, holy shit! But like you can't kill children. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to kill children.
It's like
You know
a-
what?
Give me the option
and like,
though.
in
you
like
know what I
Metal
mean?
Gear Solid 5, it's like, "Big boss, don't hurt the kids," and then you shoot him and nothing happens.
Yeah.
It's just like that comes on though.
Yeah.
That little
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
that little tidbit.
That what's it called? That Metal Gear game where
And games are also
super meta.
used- Gaming is also used a lot for war and
That's
a
what I'm
lot for indoctrinating people into like pornography and
Really?
like that kind of idea. Yeah, why do you think it's called hardcore
Porn?
hardcore gaming?
Oh.
Hardcore porn came first.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
What do you?
Wait, what do you think came first then? Like hardcore torture?
Well, you
Not
get-
even-
Yeah. The word hardcore was
Both
made
things
before.
are mutually,
H-core?
they mutually help the other. You know what I mean? As businesses.
Oh, you're talking more about like.
Just saying everyone who games.
I mean,
jerks
you
off
know
all-
what?
Yeah.
I was gonna.
You're talking about like instant gratification.
I
though.
was gonna try and come up with
Not
an
instant
argument, but like what they're doing.
gratification. I'm
with
talking about,
Overwatch is
like,
pretty fucking
industries.
ridiculous, I
Oh
gotta
yeah.
say.
Hentai Overwatch,
Fucking
yeah.
Overwatch ads on fucking regular ass.
It's like why
porn
are you
sites.
still doing this?
I'm like, why? I'm getting ads for this shit. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, but when gaming wasn't so complex for like Google to have all your information and just sell you shit everywhere you go, it was. I'm just saying like these industries were mutually benefiting from each other and creating language and things like in the games like sexy girls in the games and things like that to make you want both things. You know what I mean?
They're helping each other
They weren't
out.
mutually exclusive things.
I feel like they're
when
both just, like-
the target audience is a market, when they share a market, they ended up sharing them as a business target. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Trying to dummy Nintendo's pumping the idea of big-breasted women into my children.
Ow.
Yeah.
This is fucking bullshit,
I
man.
am Shane.
I knew they were.
Reason they fucking made Zero.
I
Suit
knew
Sam.
they were upsizing.
Dude, I always
always
play Zero Suit Samus. Whenever I was a kid, I would always play Zero Suit.
Okay.
You dog.
And then we play Soul Calibur, and I'd only play the fucking chicks in Soul Calibur. I'd go to my cousin's place and we'd be like, yo, this guy looks badass. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm always playing the girl. And whatever game I play now, I always choose a female character. Don't know why.
Brainwash
That's just
yourself.
I brainwash myself, I guess. Well, I mean, like, it's kind of cool. Like, when else can you be a chick in real life?
Well, that's why it's the video.
Now.
But I know, I'm just
right
saying.
now, Michael.
Yeah, I guess in this time it's very.
Yeah, you know, you're right.
The twins
You're
that made the
goddamn
Matrix,
right.
they're called the Something Brothers.
The Phil and Conrad.
No. The there's like two brothers that made the Matrix series. They're now called the Something Sisters.
Wait,
What?
Yeah, because
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like they both went under.
They're
yeah,
gay-
one first, then they were called the
gay
siblings,
for
and then
each other,
then the
and then
second
they're like,
one.
actually, we both really like lesbians.
We're lesbian for each other. I want to be famous.
I don't understand some of these things.
The Wachowski brothers.
The
Now they're
Wachowski-
the
Wachowski sisters.
Why?
Lana and Lily.
Wow.
After the
I
second
I
Matrix.
hope they fucking do porn. Some high level directing. Stick the thumb up her ass now!
With the gimbal.
Dude, I can't figure out how to Bluetooth connect this shit, man. It's not making any goddamn sense to me. Oh, I should probably turn it on.
I thought what you were saying about the two they're not mutually exclusive, like they help each other. I thought you were talking about instant gratification.
How so?
Because games nowadays are super instantly gratifying. They have it's like a juiciness to them. Like when you kill someone in any game, there's a noise that's played.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's constantly, it's like you're being conditioned to like that noise, and you get rewarded every time you hear that noise. So like even like, you know, when you're playing a World War II game, you hear the M1 Garand, it's like ching, and then you reload it. Like that feels fucking good, and you're just like, damn, that sounds good. Or when you kill someone,
associate it with you're getting better at the game.
yeah, exactly.
You hear more.
You're like you progress, and like when you level up in COD, it's like brr, 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 and you're like, fuck, man, that's sick. Like, but that's the same thing with porn. Like, you're literally conditioning your hand to become someone else's vagina. You know what I mean? Like you're
Alright.
No,
fuck.
you're watching porn because you're not jerking off your own hand.
How are
You're-
you guys on the same
When-
page here?
No,
Shane,
no,
think-
yeah,
Shane.
I'm Shane. I'm a human.
Think
What
about
the
it. Think about
fuck?
it. When you're jerking off your porn, you're not thinking about your own hand, are you? You're
No.
thinking about banging that
Not
shit.
anymore.
Not anymore.
I'm really good at jerking off now. It's been several years.
Yeah, but
Maybe
okay.
when I was first jerking
What do you?
off.
Yeah, what do you?
Yeah,
do?
well, your
Masturbate?
hand is
What the
fucking
fuck?
hired by browsers.
But you're
What?
you're being
I've definitely
you're being
jerked off
you're
before
being,
I had a phone to look at porn.
Yeah,
with.
so did I.
So
So did I. But when you
I'm
watch
just saying.
porn, like, why are you watching porn?
I'm saying
To see her
princess-
boobs? Like, you're watching porn because you're literally
To stimulate
your brain
yourself.
is thinking that it's fucking her.
well, I mean,
That's what it is.
Well, I mean,
That's literally
Yeah,
what it
you're
is.
creating gratification
It's-
sexually for yourself, physically as well.
It's not
Yeah,
like
but
like
no.
maybe
And your hand is
You're not
the
pretending
fucking...
that your hand is someone else's
Guys,
vagina.
obviously
At some point,
consciously no, you're
No,
not.
but you're
Consciously
definitely
no.
not thinking of it as your hand.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like consciously, you don't go into watching porn just like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck someone's fake pussy. No, you're going because you need a
Fake
release.
pussy.
You need a release. But like you're watching it because your brain subconsciously thinks that it's fucking that pussy. You know what I
Which
mean?
is, yeah, okay, yeah.
No.
Sometimes it's not...
No.
But
Think-
I don't
think-
like what you're saying here. Instant gratification. It takes me about an hour to jerk off. So. What? I mean, it's
What?
not instant at all.
Mantises have to like handles. They have to get music going.
It's
Get
not
some
like instant...
He's in the
jazz.
bath. He's in the
Dude,
bath.
Maybe take a
fucking
bath. Yeah.
Taking a cyst out before he jerks off.
with the long tongs.
Yeah.
You left-handed or right-handed? Because that would be kind of rough if you had a cyst on your.
Well, I mean, you learn.
Right?
Humans are adaptive
Time's well worth
creatures.
knowing that.
Yeah.
Humans are adaptive creatures.
You're ambidextrous, is what you're saying?
I actually, because of I've broken my one arm several times,
I've heard stories similar to that.
so I had to switch. I mean, like, you know, grade 5 happened. Arm was
You're young,
broken.
and you that's like the most critical
Arm was
time.
broken. What are you gonna do? You can only play so much of Call of Duty one-handed by yourself without anyone there.
There was a kid in the next fucking bed you talked about.
I mean, I didn't jerk off in the hospital. I mean, that'd be pretty. Has arms snapped in half. Yeah, I can probably just bust
Not
them out
talking
the other
about
hand
that.
right here. Are their arms like across my chest, just like. It's like it could finish me off.
Hit the button for the nurse.
Hit that.
He's just like, beep.
It's talking about the kid next to me.
Come in right now.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
Instant
the
gratification is a
morphine
huge problem.
fucking too.
Yeah, it is for sure. I'm addicted to fucking jerking off, dude. I'll say it right now.
Dude, I don't.
We all are. Everyone is.
I'm trying to conquer that addiction.
You were telling me earlier, like a few podcasts ago, like you were trying to say, like you do it significantly less than you used to, right?
Yeah, dude.
Because you said you had like a really horny period where you would just do it constantly.
For the rest of my life, yeah.
I've never done
First
it
part
like
of my
7
life.
times in a week. You know what I mean? Like I've never done it like every day.
7 times in a. Yeah, no, I was like that.
Really?
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
We have to talk about it so forever.
Do we have to talk about it on the podcast?
No. We'll stop.
Well,
talking
Shane,
about
what
it.
do
You
you-
don't jerk off every day?
I mean,
You have to?
I try to.
on the podcast. You're figuring out your machine works.
And it works damn well. It's not even recording, I just like looking at it.
Yes.
It doesn't 360, dude, I have to return this.
Useless.
Instant gratification is a huge
I mean, it's
problem
like
for the next
3:30.
I mean, our generation too.
Our generation.
I
for
feel
sure.
like our generation, our task is learning how to fight it again. You know what I mean? Because right now we're the generation that was the most taken advantage of, and our kids even more are going to be taken advantage of
I feel like
in that way and raised by it.
What was the generation after the boomers? Gen
Z?
Z?
Zoomers.
No, Gen
Oh,
X.
Gen X.
Gen X.
Gen X.
Gen X was. I feel like that's where I disagree with you. Gen
What's
X
happening
was the
next?
most abused after. We don't have it too bad, because they learned from their boomer parents. You know what I mean? Like that boomers consumed, man. Like they fucking.
They
Like,
consumed.
They consumed
but
a lot.
It's the period where capitalism grew the most in the world,
Yeah,
and
for
was
sure.
so successful. And so what you get in capitalism is a system where you freaking the only way you can make money is by exploiting other thing. You have to exploit something to make
Yeah.
money. You know what I mean? So it's the exploitation of the next generation. That's why old people have all the money and control all the land, and young people have nothing. We're exploiting the younger generation to a point where it's like, how are they gonna fucking grow up? You know what I mean?
I feel like we're the most lost generation.
Oh wow. What the fuck? That's my heater, I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, even in like the 60s and 70s, still like the older generation still had it better. There's a song written called "The Young Man Blues."
No, but they had it worse too.
Yeah,
You know what
the
I
young
mean?
man
They didn't
ain't got
get.
nothing to work
They didn't
these
get.
days.
Yeah.
The old man.
Yep.
Fucks the chick. Man.
Old man gets all the money.
But like, there's something to be said about being old and having a lot of money. Like, there's that graph where it's like when you're young, you don't have any money, you have a lot of time, but you don't have like the will to do it. When you're adult, you have a lot of money, you don't have a lot of time, and you do have the will to do it. No, you don't have the will to do it. And then it's like when you're old, you have a lot of money. Wait. Where am I going with this? I fucked it up. But at the end of the day, when you're old, you don't have enough time to do what you want to do.
Yeah, dude. I was stretching at the park earlier, and there was this fucking old woman. She was probably like 80 years old or something, walking with 2 old dudes. And all I could hear was a couple, and a dog. And all I could hear was like,
whoa, she's getting.
I heard like her
Over the nest
croaking
eggs.
from all the way across the field. She was talking,
She
and I heard her
croaks?
talk about money. Like I heard the word money come out of her mouth twice from far away, and I was like, "Holy fuck, man! Why the hell does she give a shit about money?"
Because she doesn't.
I was like, she has learned nothing. Shut the fuck up for once and appreciate the rest of your goddamn life. You know what I mean?
I feel like.
Why do you even care at this point?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if you're. That's like the whole thing, though. Like, your present self is trying to set your future self up for success. Right? That's like what you're constantly trying to do. That's what retirement funds are for. That's why you work, right? You work to start a foundation for yourself later.
You can.
Is that not what you? Is that not like what you?
Yeah,
No, of course, none of
you're
us want that
forced-
right now.
you're-
We're just trying to make money.
You're
But, like-
educated and put it through things, and you eventually have to realize that you have to.
Yeah, but you don't.
That you want some things, and it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, you don't.
Whether or
realize
not
that-
you save or not is up to you. I mean, there's people that live broke as hell and spend all the money they have, even though they think they're doing that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that spend so much of their money. There's like a huge saving epidemic where people just like don't know how to save and are broke. It's like in the States, 401ks exist. I don't understand.
There's so
how
many
you can even
fucking
go
like
broke.
yeah. There's so many.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, in the States, you gotta pay like. There's like fast food everywhere. That's all you do is you fucking watch sports and
eat.
You know what I mean?
That's like Canada
I'm
too.
moving
You
to the
become
States.
obese, and then
That sounds awesome.
Once you need healthcare, you fucking, can't afford it. Fork it over to the pharmaceutical companies. And
Well, eating healthy is more expensive than eating unhealthy. Eating unhealthy is so cheap.
either way, you're consuming something your whole life. It's
Like-
what you're living for.
Yeah.
As a consumer.
That's like Pav. That reminds me of Pav. Like, he just wants to live a long time because he just like salad no dressing every time.
No dressing.
With
Two grilled chicken
grilled
breasts.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's food. It's not medicine. Like, fuck. Enjoy it.
Well, that's what I'm
Why-
trying to
why
do,
do
but
you
like
hate
there
it
gets
so-
to a point where it's like, yeah, like I'm trying to enjoy food. I want to enjoy food till I'm 22, and then you're 22, and you're like, all right, now I have to eat fucking kale. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's
No.
It's like the same kind of thing. It's like your future self will try to thank you for it, but you'll never get to that future self because time is a construct, and we're all fucking living in La La Land. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get to 63, and you're gonna be like, oh, in the future I'll start eating kale. You know what I mean? Like,
It just depends on how you want to live. You know, if you
Yeah.
want to not eat kale,
Yeah.
then you can not eat kale.
I feel like there's a turning
Live now
point.
like you want to live later.
I want to fucking eat. I want to eat good, man. I want to eat poutine every day.
Yeah.
I want to be fucked up.
I fucking
Yo, poutine's amazing.
So good. I had
good,
poutine the
but
other day.
Michael, you gotta go to Quebec and you gotta have a good poutine.
I did. I went to
I did.
Montreal.
Yeah.
I got poutine.
Yeah,
it was
me
good.
too.
It was fucking delicious. They
It's
put
amazing.
olives in it for some reason.
What?
Why?
I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, sometimes you can get the experimental stuff.
All right,
Yeah, they
you
give
better
me
go
the
back, man.
Yeah.
I got
Montreal, you're gonna get a
poutine
poutine
every
with
night.
olives.
Every night I was in Montreal, I went to my fucking friend's house. We got baked and we ate poutine like every single night from a different place.
The chances of you getting olives is so.
No, we went to this really hipster one. That's why it was the classic, and it came with an olive on top.
Oh, okay.
I was like, this
Oh,
weird
an olive.
style.
You said
Like,
olives.
not like yeah, just one olive, but it was like a garnish, like one olive. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, if you garnish a poutine, you're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, I would fuck with some like
Grilled
green onions.
cheese.
Oh, exactly. The gravy is the garnish.
Little steak in there.
Yeah, okay, you can
Steak
garnish it with pulled pork.
Poutine.
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
That's it.
Dude, we should make poutine.
Alright, so next episode on the podcast, we're going to be cooking up
Cooking with your
poutines
gimbal?
and just eating.
I'd be
ASMR
down. I'd be down.
podcast.
Yeah, with fucking a stabilizer camera on us.
Yeah.
You don't miss a single
We should
lick
get the-
smack in
The fried chipper from work.
one of those.
And if there's any American viewers who don't know what poutine is and have never had it,
Fuck you. Fuck. They have American poutine, but
sucks
it's not
to
the
suck.
same. It's not the same.
Sucks to
Yeah,
suck.
you just throw mozzarella.
Yeah.
No, they use
Right.
fucking American cheese.
It's
Brown
funny
sauce.
because Americans
Yeah.
actually think they know what poutine is too. They're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, fries and gravy. It's like who makes the rules on poutine? All right, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, fucking get your shit straight.
They don't even know what cheese curds
And
are.
I'm telling you, Shane.
All right.
Alright.
Inner Canadian.
Alright, you French fuck.
Yeah, god damn it.
I'm not French. I'm British Columbian.
French enough,
I'm
dude.
Colombian.
Ain't
But
British
British.
Colombian, but British, but French.
Colombian.
Not British.
French Colombian.
Colombian. I wish I was.
Colombian?
No.
Oh, British?
No.
French?
No. None of those things.
I really want to learn French.
Yeah?
No. I want to learn Spanish.
Nice.
I tried to learn Spanish so many times and I've always failed.
We.
See? You know, it's like the same.
Senor.
Yeah.
I just never got the.
What about the sentence "Donde es mi
I
pantalón"?
feel like I know.
Where are my pants, baby?
It's the only thing I know. It's the only thing
Where
you
am
need
I?
to know.
It really is.
Just like wake up next morning.
Vendedor
Grab
de
my
drogas.
Donde están mis pantalones?
Do you
Donde
retain a lot of your
está la
French?
biblioteca?
Yeah, I do.
I mean,
Because
would
when
you-
I was a kid, I spoke French a lot more easily than English for some reason.
Your parents both spoke French?
I still speak to my parents in French.
Oh yeah. You know, French immersion is like a really good for kids in Canada, especially. Like French immersion is like super awesome. Like if I ever have kids, I'm straight up French immersing them.
Yeah, that's what my parents did.
So many.
My
Yeah,
parents like
well, do you know
engineered me
French?
to be, like,
Yeah.
bilingual.
Yeah, like exactly. And you become smarter too. It's like
Also-
it's proven. Like you can learn things easier because your brain can accept it a
Yeah,
lot.
like,
You're like a sponge, you know.
Like if someone speaks
Yeah,
Spanish
also,
to me slowly, I can pick up like.
Yeah.
For
Most
all
of
those
what they're
non-Canadians out there, also,
French is sick.
Yeah.
you cannot
Canadian.
fail French school. It's just not allowed. If you fail,
Oh, you definitely
you
can.
die. No, they kill you.
They kill you,
actually.
yeah.
You just didn't fail. The government
RCMP
kills
officers.
you.
Oh, yeah, I
no,
dropped
RCMP
out. I didn't
officers
fail.
come on their
It's
fucking
the-
horses
It's the RCMP. It's
and
like
they joust you. They
like
fucking
over
joust you from like
22 or
20
some
miles
shit.
away.
Yeah.
2 kilometers, sorry.
it's
Right.
fuck. I saw it happen to this kid. It's brutal.
He
Yeah,
didn't- he
you
couldn't
don't
get
you
his
don't fail
genders
French.
right.
Actually, every single one of us knows French and English. You should come by.
Yo, I failed French 10 twice. I'm not even gonna front about that.
I'm surprised.
Fuck
you're
French
alive.
10,
Yo,
dude.
my teacher was a cunt. All right, I'm blaming it on that. Although I didn't really do shit.
Fuck Spanish, dude. Spanish is like I'd say Spanish is easier to learn than French. Spanish is like one of the if you know
Super
English,
similar, too.
if you know English and you're going to Spanish, it's super easy because like those are the easiest things. But any language to English is so hard. Like English is
True.
such a fucking
English is
hard
really,
language
really hard to learn.
Yeah.
I've heard.
What about
because we have a lot of rules that we
German
contradict.
to English?
Yeah.
That
German?
probably doesn't sound too bad.
German's
German-
another really hard language to learn.
Because
Yeah, but
German and
it's-
English are surprisingly similar.
That's
Because
what I hear. Yeah.
because English taking a lot of words from German, and a lot English is basically just like 5 or 6 or 7 different languages mixed together.
Yeah, I was just doing a test on that actually. It was because of a few theories. Like there's a bunch of farmers
This is the
Who-
first time I've hit your new.
who what's it called?
Really?
These farmers.
No.
Okay, when you're young, when the
Actually,
years are
For the
young,
first time yesterday.
what's it
This is
called?
the first time hitting like.
Nah, you've
The
definitely.
generation gap between like our older generation of ancestors, they would
First
live
time?
shorter. You know what I mean?
Nah,
They'd only
you've
live
hit
to
it.
25,
When I
right?
first got it.
Or not 25,
Maybe
50, whatever.
Okay, so
Give or
like a
take.
few generations ago, when
That's
we were
good.
still agrarian societies.
When it was like pastoral, the person the dad who owned the farm would give the farmland to their first son, and the other sons would just have to fuck off, and they'd have to make their own farm, right? But with that language, it was called I can't remember what the fucking language was called, but it was like
Banishing your own son.
the basis. No, and then well, they only live for 25 years, so they marry really early, and then they start their own life really early. So it was able to spread that language was able to spread really quickly.
Through an agrarian society.
I don't know if it's called. I don't know what it's called.
That's a farming kind of culture. It's where you stay on your land and you don't travel like a.
No, they do travel though. The other sons do travel. That's what I'm trying to say.
The spreading method.
Yeah, of all of Europe, and it was like a early form of Latin, German, like can't remember what it was called, but basically that's why English is English today, and all these languages are languages today because they spread so quickly through Europe, and that was like the key language because if you wanted to like farming is so important that if you wanted to negotiate with farmers, you have to speak their language, right? You can't do any like you can't speak pidgin, right, where it's like a kind of a mix. You have to know their language. So that's why that language succeeded over other languages. But there's other theories like, oh, the Vikings took over and like they dominated so that they had to learn that language, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Which is interesting to me about communication right now. With language being also a way you think through a language, you know what I mean?
I think in English.
A lot of the time. So I mean, your thoughts are dictated by the words that you can use and what the words connote, and whatever kind of thought is in the words is the kind of images that you're gonna project and live through. You know what I mean?
You guys feel like if you're fully fluent in 2 languages, and let's say you've been using your second language more dominantly, so you're kind of thinking into sometimes, if you were to have this crazy DMT trip that we were talking about earlier,
Oh, yeah.
would other people be speaking to you in a language that you understand, like French? Because I've heard, like, amongst a bunch of people that they see, like, these creatures or things, but they're all speaking English, and they have these full, like almost like a day's worth of like time talking to them and learning stuff, and it's always in English. So do you feel like if it was another language that you knew, they would also speak in that language? I haven't
Maybe
talked to anybody, but that would be
I
crazy.
think it depends what language you're speaking for the most part. Because, like, how often are you thinking in French? Very rarely.
No, just when I've been living in French, then I'll
So,
probably
yeah.
think in French.
So if you moved to Quebec, then you took DMT, maybe like a month, give it a month, where you're just fully immersed, you probably have that DMT trip in French. opposed to English. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like I used to have
German
a
is
French
fine.
girlfriend and have French family and French friends, and so like I was
You're only
speaking
speaking
French all the
French.
time, so I'd happen to think more in French. So
Yeah.
around that time, I maybe would have had it in French.
But that's only something you two can experience because you're both bilingual. Like me and you are monolingual. We would only ever
but
think in
here's
English.
the thing, Michael.
Well,
We make the words.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, German was
You
my first
make
language, but I've
the
always
language.
thought in English.
So really?
Yeah, I've
But when you were younger, you probably thought in German.
always thought in English. But
Have you always lived here?
Yeah.
That's probably why. It's a thing of your
Even
of
when I was
where
in
you are.
Germany for like
Thought
months
is,
on end, I was
is
still
really tied to
always
place
thinking
too.
English, yeah.
Because
That's what I'm
like
thinking.
when you're in one room and then you go to the cooler, you forget what you thought. You go back to the same place. And
Oh, dude, that's so relevant. That's fucked.
It is.
I
Man.
do
It's
that
like
every
where you
shift
are
I
in
have.
every
life.
shift. It happens at least once.
You're looking at the green onions. Oh, green onions are low. You talk to the fucking Conrad dish. Keep it up, buddy. You walk into the fucking fridge. You're like, fuck, shit, dude. You walk back.
Unless I literally go directly from line into the cooler, I will forget every time.
Yeah, every
but I never go direct from line. I always walk by like, oh hey, how's it going? How you been? Yeah, I'm pretty good. Hey, yo, what's up? Fuck!
Yeah. You're just in there. You're scanning the fucking out.
It's like, what I need.
What
what
is-
Sometimes
I
I
need-
bring the
what I
wrong
need-
thing
oh.
in just to compensate.
Nice.
I've done that. It's like, what I need.
It's like red cap. Fucking.
But this is the thing, man. If you freaking look at something, you know the word. If you really know the thing.
Yeah. What do you think when you think of that?
Oh.
That's exactly what I.
Epcot.
Apricot.
Epcot City. Epcot.
Epcot. Oh.
What were you gonna say? You were gonna say something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we were talking a lot about like thought and how like situational awareness and stuff like that. Fucking, I had the craziest thing at deja vu yesterday where it happened for like more than a minute. It was ridiculous.
Oh, that's weird.
It was ridiculous. I was playing the new Star Wars game, Fallen Order. It's a great game, and
Really is.
I got to this one point and I just fucking shit you not. This is a new game, came out. Haven't played it. Haven't played any other fucking like Star Wars game. I knew exactly what the fucking map layout was in this room when my roommate was walking into it for the first time. I wasn't saying anything because I was fucked up, but then I started like saying things out loud. I was like, hey, like I was noticing it, and then I was like saying it to myself, like this shit's over here on the left, this shit's over here on the right, and it was exactly the fucking layout and like the vines
I have
and
a
shit on
theory.
the wall,
I have
and
a
it was
fucking
for
theory
like
for
a
that.
whole minute. Like he walked into a room, and then it was like another room that he walked into, and I was like, this is
Dude.
gonna be the layout.
I have to
and
add on
this is
that.
gonna be the layout, and it was fucking
That's
insane.
fun.
And then it stopped after like a minute or a minute and a half, and I was like, I was stunned the whole time. I was like, I fucking know this. I know all of this. Yes, please.
Go on, Shane.
That
I was just gonna say that's the longest experience of deja vu I've ever had, and it's the most recent experience, and it happened when I was like looking into like normally it's real life, like something happens, like you see a fucking cat and it triggers it or something. The trigger was like me experiencing it through like a game. It
yeah.
was fucking so incredible.
I have a bit of yours.
Yeah.
The what's
I
it
was
called?
about to say-
That okay, deja vu only happens when when you thought you've had that experience before,
I'll take
but
that.
in reality you've never had that experience before.
Mhm.
That's why it's weird. But I have a theory for why you knew exactly where everything is. Developers often use like Respawn Entertainment. I don't know if you played any other
Respawn was also Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They made that game, but developers often use same level designs in different games, just a little bit tweaked here and there. Like if you look at any other Call of Duty game, there's a lot of like, if you look at Shipment, the map Shipment, or not Shipment, sorry, fuck, I can't.
One-
It was a
one
COD.
for
It was a
Graveyard?
COD 4 map.
Graveyard? No.
No, it was a COD 4 map where there was a big.
It was just a bunch of shipping containers.
It's not a shipping container, but it was big, like big open like area. It was like this big house, right? But they in Modern Warfare 3 they used that same model in the campaign. That same
Yeah.
exact house in the campaign. So developers do that a lot. So your deja vu, I'm not saying it might have been, but it could have been
Yeah, maybe it was
the
something.
developers
Maybe
prior.
Have you played Force
I
Unleashed?
know
Maybe
that's
some-
the only
That's the only Star Wars
fucking
game.
Star Wars game I played since Battlefront 2, which was Respawn but Battlefront. It's a completely different game.
It wasn't. It was Dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like it was
That's
really,
weird.
It was
That's weird.
really crazy because like the only other games I had played was whatever like Modern Warfare from Respawn, but it was just crazy because like it was the dude holding just like one blade walking into the room. Like it wasn't just like the room, it was like also the dude, and like Andrew
weird.
wasn't jumping or anything, he was just walking around. I was like, holy fuck, this is crazy. Because I don't know how that fucking shit works, because normally it's like something happens in your real life.
That has to do with memory. Memory is like you... Memory, I think, is tied to place, because I don't think your brain exists only in your head. I think it like connects the world around you. You know what I mean? Because you when you thought that, you were also seeing, like, you know what I mean? Something familiar. And so that's the creation of familiarity right there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's you thinking things because of where you are, maybe.
I know memory
it was just allocated really a lot. It was like virtual, you know. It wasn't like my own experience.
But
that I was going
I've kind of like watched a movie before where I'm like, whoa, I think I've seen this movie, like deja vu moment. But in reality, I have not. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, I'm watching Pretty Woman or something. Oh, what? I swear to God, she was in the same movie as this one, and it was the exact same scene. But like it's just that deja vu.
Like every '80s movie is the same.
Yeah, it's the developer type. It's the theory. It's like the same thing. But no, I know memory allocation is a big part of it. I was talking about it earlier today, but is about like olfactory, like the scent, like when you smell something, it is heavily tied to memory allocation.
Honey fucking pee, man! You smell that fucking Thanksgiving dinner being cooked. You're like, I know exactly.
You think about all the fucking other Thanksgivings
and the year before, yeah.
And you smell this eggnog, for instance.
I remember when I had that pumpkin pie.
It smells like my uncle's
I have an
place.
uncle who never. I have an uncle who smoked. Who smoked for like so long. In the last 2 years, he hasn't been smoking anymore. He's like 50.
Good on him.
I smell him and I'm just like, yeah, it still smells like cigarettes.
That's because they're sneaking. I have an aunt who quit smoking like 7 times.
Smokes.
It's because they're sneaking smokes,
it's
dude.
because it's in his fingers. You know what I mean? The nicotine in his fingers are yellow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That goes with the
Could just be his
He didn't buy a new
And my
year
hands don't
for
smell like
like
poop.
in the
I wiped my
last
ass how
20
many
years.
times?
He hasn't washed his hands in the last 20 years.
He
either.
washes his hands, but the nicotine's in those nails, man.
Yeah, I get
In
that.
the corn, in his fingers.
I think that can also just be like tiny insignificant differences that your nose picks up. Like, you know how dogs can smell pheromones? Like humans can smell pheromones too, but we don't know that. Like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like humans, like if you don't like someone, there's a good chance that you don't like how they smell, but you don't know that. Like that's upside
no,
down.
most of the time I make that
Assumption.
clear distinction.
When you're walking to the
you
washroom,
smell like
someone's
shit.
shit.
I don't like you. You know, you're pretty savage in like high school.
Even if they smell normally,
Even if they smell
normal.
Even if they, I don't know. A lot of the times, yeah, the smell can be like the first thing that makes you think this person is off-putting.
Yeah, you take a piss outside, you don't know why.
What? What?
Marking your territory.
Oh yeah. Dude, I don't know. There's like one
I've done
perfume
that.
I fucking
I'm at
hate.
home and I take a piss outside anyway. I've done that.
Yeah, I do that.
Oh, I do that all
too.
the time.
Yeah.
I'll be like walking my dog and I'll piss on his territory just so I don't want him pissing on the fucking flowers.
He pisses. You piss
Yeah.
on his piss and you
your
stare
dog's
at him.
territory, man.
Yeah. He'll be
You get
pissing I'm like,
guaranteed.
no. So I start peeing outside.
Zip.
And that's my morning pee, so I have to pee like a long time, so I have like a lot of coverage. And I'm going like different branches and shit, and he's like, come on, man.
My dog gets barked at by a few dogs when she walks by, and she makes sure to always pee on those lawns.
Oh yeah. My dog just turned 5 months, and like he has just started marking his territory.
Mm-hmm.
He would only used to pee in one spot, but now every time we go on a walk, it's like, oh, this rock looks kind of cool, and he does that little like tail thing, like but he does it like even when he's fully drained, he'll still try to like
Yeah, he'll still drop some.
like just
Be
a
like,
tiny
"Yo, what's up?
tiny
This
bit.
is my
Yeah, like
territory."
he'll be like squeezing the last bit out. He's like, fuck, just trying to get it
I
out.
got a couple more drops.
But like it's so weird because
Susie!
he never used to do that a week ago. And now he just does it. Like it's so like who taught him that? You know what I mean? Like is it
instinct.
wired in his brain?
Yeah.
It's in like what is that for us? Like we learned how to jump.
Yeah, I mean, he might be better at it if he was freaking with dogs, but he's
Yeah.
raised by you, so now he's learning from you.
Well, no, I piss on the neighbor's
He
house.
doesn't do it everywhere in one spot anymore.
He sees you fucking piss on somebody else's shit. He's like, oh, that's pretty dope.
That's pretty sick. I might do that. How's your dog doing? Have you seen your dog in a while?
She's good. I mean, last night I had a dream that her eye was removed for some reason. Sucked.
That's fucked.
Well, that's just because you just got your cyst removed.
Yeah,
That's
Kinda
probably
looked
what
like
it
an
is.
eye.
That's probably what
Yeah,
it
it
is.
was a dog. Dog face
Staring
happened.
into it.
Do you ever have that where you have a dream of something, then you know exactly why you've had that dream?
A lot of the
Yes.
time,
I have that. Like I'll be like, oh dude, like I was in a shipwreck, and I'm like, oh yeah, I crashed my car last week. Like you know what I mean? Like,
That's why I
super
don't really
relevant.
write my dreams down anymore, because if I look back on what I wrote down, I'm like, you idiot.
Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
How can you not tell? You fool. There's been times where I used to smoke a bunch of weed, and I used to keep my supplies outside because of fear of my parents catching me. So I would have 2 separate occasions. 2. I had a dream. My fucking bong would break somehow. In the dream, I'd be hanging out smoking weed with people. Somebody would knock it over. Bada bing, bada boom. Bong's fucking broken. I wake up, fucking cold sweats. I'm like, no, it's not my fucking bong. I'm fucking tweaking. And I'm like, you know what? You know what'll calm me down? If I just go and make sure my bong's alright, and I go smoke some weed out of it. Broken on 2 separate occasions, like a year apart, dude.
Oh fuck! I think you were telling me that.
You
Like
just
it
woke
was
up
broken
and
in
checked
your
it was
dream.
broken?
Yeah, in my dream it was broken. Whoa, wake
You had
up,
a
go check the
premonition of his
bush,
death.
Go
Your
open
bong's
up the
death.
fucking bag. It's like cracked somehow. Like I left a little bit of water in it. It got cold and it, like some shit, or like some squirrel fucking knocked it out of the branch it was on. Some shit.
Fucking weird.
Some fucking shit, dude. It was crazy.
Holy.
Twice that happened.
That's like gypsy,
ridiculous.
like fortune telling, you know.
So I got really into ESP after that.
ESPN. I love ESPN. Was that from Mean Girls? But no, it could have been just maybe you saw a little crack, but you like your brain made you forget it.
Yeah, so I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I probably just like was really baked and I put it away harshly, and then my brain
Maybe.
had a dream that like I put it down really harshly and it fucking broke or some shit. Then I go up and check up on it, but I don't know because like I was buying really nice bongs, so I was taking really good care of them. So it was like there's no way. And then some other times it's like they weren't even broken, like somebody had like stolen it or some shit. Like a third time, then not like a breaking in dream. This is another time. And so I don't know. I'm having this weird like guys. I think I'm the next prophet.
For bongs.
See,
Like,
what
you can
I
tell
told-
when your bong's gonna
Shane,
die.
how many times have I told you when it comes to weed, you are a genius. That's it.
I'm just trying to portion shit. I was like, what is this? I was like, how much is an ounce?
How much is
26.
How much?
He's like holding an ounce. He's like, that's an ounce. That's an ounce. Holding chicken. I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, you have to apply it. Shit, man.
Nice, I think we're running at 2,300 beats.
Started on dreams, ended up on
Dreams.
That's a good way.
Started on poop, ended on song.
Started on poop. That is correct.
Started on poop, ended on his
I
leg.
forgot about that. Oh my god, started off as a fart. How could it end up like this?
All right.
Well,
Thanks for tuning in to episode 69.
And remember, fast fashion does kill little kids.
It's a fact.